Okie dokie, let's begin. So we're going to go in some sort of order. These are the ones you can see. On some laptops you have to take the keyboard off and get some more screws up there, but not on this one. You don't need to take these strips off like you see in a lot of videos. So it's handy, these are so old. Get a magnetic screwdriver. I lay them down in sync in the order that you get them out. I'm putting them on the paper so they don't roll around. Yeah, that's not going too well. Let's use some paperweights. Wait. There we go. In here there's some little nodes sticking out bits. Obviously they need to go in the hole. So, wait, where you go? Put it there, stop rolling. Next, just tap that down because you're going to be using it again in a minute. This holds the disk drive in. You won't get this out without undoing this one or breaking it. And you've got these two little interesting ones here. If you're not sure, just if you can hear that. That's when it's at the end of the thread. I'll try it on this one. Yeah. I'm only pushing down a little bit. Where was that? Around here somewhere. Okay. This one. Sometimes you do get them that just won't come out when they're undone. You have to tip it upside down and tap it. Obviously have a hand or do it over something where the screw is not going to bounce or roll. On this one there is only two, unlike the four that was there. So one, two. Right, so you can see that they're in some sort of pattern that I'll recognise. And don't forget this one. Yep, not that one. Alright. There's all of them out. Where are you going? Now, you can get a little plectrum, but here there's a little gap that's appeared. So I'll work with that. And then you just snap it off. If you're going to put something under here, use something plastic, hard plastic, and don't go in too far. When you've got it off, just hoover any fluff around here. Okay. While you're here, have a look at the fan. I did this a couple of weeks ago. It's just two screws, push this wire out. Yeah, 2 screws. Well, you have to unclip this. I use tweezers for this. Unclip this little wire here first, then undo the screws, then take this off, give it a good clean out if you need to, brush, vacuum. Here's a fan I took apart from the customer's laptop. Here you can see the build-up of fluff. It's normally like a light grey colour, but in this instance it's been well cooked and burned, and probably a bit longer, and it might even caught fire. And then this comes off as well, but you have to undo these and then clear through there, get all out any blockages of fluff. So this is one SSD that I put in there earlier, and it comes with this SSD. This is a 250 and that's a 1 gig. But today all I'm interested in is I've got a 32 gig stick already, and I've got another one I've put in. This one's at 8 gig, so we'll just pull these away. Not really touching anything inside. Then it's crucial that you get out your memory. Look for the little gap, so it's not that way. There we go, it's that way. So just lower than a 45-degree angle, a little bit of wiggle. If you've got that much, well, don't put it in cack like that on the piss. Just wiggle it in gently. Don't force it, so it won't go in anymore. So then I'll just lay it down and force it with those clips, and that's it. Yeah. I'll do the disk drive on another occasion. If you want to change the battery, there's just a few screws there, and it clips in here. There's a connector, so you just take it out, undo the screws, and take it out like that. Before you start, I should have said make sure it's turned off, not hibernating, not sleeping, because you don't want any power going here. Okay, that's it. Let's rebuild it. So you've done your memory, you've done your disk, all your battery and your fans. Put this on, do those up. If you're doing this, make sure you have some heat shield gel or heat pads. I've used a few heat pads, which are these. They come off in like little 5mm squares where you can use a chunk. I've used a group of 8 to go under there. And now we make sure this is a different orientation, because there's a disk drive, big gap, and that's where the 2 screws go. So, and this format is the other way around, so I'll just get that back as it should be. So you hoover this out, use a brush and a hoover to get any dust out, especially from around here and in here, taking these out. And then we shall, it goes that way. There's a square for your disc. If you're not sure, there's the holes and there's the fan. So just pop it back on. I don't like squishing it when it's closed. I know the screen will probably be alright, but doing it this way, I know the screen will be alright. Okay, there we go. Right. Make sure we've got the right one. Yep, there we go. This is where the magnetic bit really comes in handy. I'm not doing them up tight just yet. Just getting them in until I feel it taking down the pressure, taking down the lid. I will put this one in tight. Just one tight, not too tight. So it's stopped there really, and I'm just going to give it a little persuasion for about a quarter of a turn. Don't want to over tighten them. And yes. Did you spot my mistake? It's no biggie. This is my first how-to. I've got these lovely little things. Look. There is not really much thread on those. Little backwards turn to line it up properly, so there's less chance of cross threading it then if you do that little back turn. Okay. Again, not too tight. You don't want to crack anything or thread anything. Right. Back to plan A. Okay. Yeah. The good thing about just taking this off halfway is it's just so much easier to put it back down and line it up. A little bit, just tap it gently to get it in place. And then you don't have to do that. Again, not too hard because you've got the screen underneath. You don't want it to bow onto the screen and risk cracking that. If you've got fingernails, they'll do this job. Pen or something to shove under there, to place under there. Because this one's so easy to get out, I'd probably clean the fan out on it. Don't know, once every couple of months, really. Okay. See, this end's all stuck down now. Getting ahead of myself there again. Doesn't matter if you make a mistake, as long as you rectify it. There was times early doors when I put the whole thing together, fire it up, and realise that I'd left out a screw or left out a memory stick or something. That's another good reason for having everything in front of you, not just in order, but so you can see if there's anything left. Okay. See, straight on, no faffing. Do my glass to you. That's it. There is to it. Let's be used this one. And then, while you've got your hoover out, just hoover any dust off up here and in between the keys and in your ports, etc. That's where someone's had the case off before and used something metal. A little scratch there. Right, so I'm going to go away and clean this side of it up. So that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.